Hi, I'm Jodie Comer, and this is my GQ action replay of the finale of season 1 of Killing Eve. Here we go. So the scene we're about to watch is actually the last scene that we ever shot when filming season 1. So it's quite emotional when we got to the end of this scene. I actually really feel like Villanelle should have sent Eve a dry cleaning bill for throwing all her clothes on the floor. That's just worth mentioning. I also bought half of these costumes, so I was being really precious about them getting dirty on the floor. I just remembered. I was like, no! Okay. I think it's always fun getting to smash things up in a scene like that, especially because the champagne glasses are always made of like a sugar glass, so they smash so easily. And I think it's just fun to smash things up sometimes. Again, it's something that we don't really do in normal life, but you get to kind of live through it through television, which I can imagine was probably quite therapeutic for Sandra after 6 months of filming a job. It wasn't real champagne. It's also another note I should probably say. Here I am! Yeah. You better hide, Eve. Also, what I loved about coming into this scene was I feel like Sandra had spent the whole afternoon shooting the kind of trashing of the apartment, so I had no idea what it was going to look like when I made my entrance, so that was quite exciting to walk into to see what damage she'd actually done. It was quite a lot. Also, this scene kind of got rewritten right up to the very last moment. Like, I remember when we got to set to rehearse it and Phoebe was still kind of rewriting the ending of the episode. So yeah, right up until the last second, we didn't actually really know what we were going to be doing. I think actually what was not so much changed, but we were trying to debate just how close these characters got. You know, there is a moment where they're very close on the bed, and it was just how much how close we allowed them to be and what actually felt right for the show and the characters at the time, because I know a lot of people kind of wanted them to smooch, but it didn't happen.
Did you have a party or something?
Hate the way I did.
I have lost 2 jobs, a husband, and a best friend because of you.
Yeah. But you got some really nice clothes out of it, so.
True.
What are you going to do with that?
I'm gonna kill you.
No, you're not.
I am.
You're not.
I am.
You like me too much. So what now, Eve?
I also think that the director actually ended up editing this. He changed it in the edit so that the lines that we actually delivered on the day are actually in a different order, which I didn't notice at first, but sometimes they do that to change the kind of dynamic of the scene.
I'm gonna tell you something. Sit down.
think what I also loved about this scene was that it was the first time that these characters actually really truly sit down and be honest with each other and have like a really kind of frank conversation. Villanelle's probably a little bit too honest.
I just want to know everything.
I think about you too. I mean, I masturbate about you a lot.
I think that's another thing that I love about Villanelle is that she's so subtle. She really is.
Too much?
No, that's just, I wasn't expecting that.
So you trash my apartment because you like me so much.
I know it's not conventional. What do you want? Honestly, don't be a dick.
Normal stuff. Nice life. Cool flat. Fun job. Someone to watch movies with.
That was another part of the scene that I really loved, and what Phoebe kind of pointed out was that this idea of these two women have been on this kind of crazy journey and they both just kind of relax because they're so exhausted, and even in the middle of the absurdity of this moment of these characters, these women are just so physically tired and fed up, which again I feel like really undercuts the seriousness of what is going on.
God, I'm tired. Aren't you tired?
A little, yeah.
I think as well, what is interesting, or what I enjoyed about this, is Villanelle gets it so wrong. She gets the rug completely pulled from under her feet because she relaxes and she lets her guard down. And yeah, she gets a surprise.
Would you stay for a bit?
Sure.
The scene as a whole took 2 days to film. The bed sequence, I feel like probably took up most of one day. Also because when we were lying on the bed, the camera was on, it wasn't on a crane, it's ridiculous, but it was on this big kind of arm that leant over the bed. So that was very much we kind of split the scene up into sections. And the sequence of the bed was the start of the very last kind of end to the series.
Stuff more.
It's okay. I know what I'm doing. That's rude.
Yeah.
It is rude. Don't do that to people.
You can't.
I can.
So, this old section. A lot of this came down, I felt the pressure on this scene because when the knife went in, I basically had like a blood-soaked sponge under my t-shirt. And obviously once we squeezed the sponge, it went all over my costume and then we had to reset. So it was very much, don't mess this up, Jodie. And we actually didn't. Once Sandra gets on top of me, the shot actually worked and the blood went everywhere and it was brilliant. When I first read it, I wasn't particularly shocked by Eve's reaction purely because I feel like Villanelle has pushed her to her limits. But I think Villanelle is extremely shocked because I think Villanelle has really underestimated Eve. and doesn't think that she's got it in her, but I do feel that Eva's been pushed to the brink at this point, which makes her react in the way that she does. So that line, what did I just say? That wasn't in the original, and I had to do that in ADR, which is like when everything's been filmed, you go into a recording booth in London, wherever, and you have to like recreate the moment. But it was so hard because she's already shouting. We only had like a tiny window of time to get the line in. I was basically just kind of screaming in pain, as you would be. But they wanted to put the line, don't pull it out in. But I was already mid-screaming, so it's just quite difficult. When you're in ADR, sometimes you have to like recreate really heightened scenes, which can be quite difficult. It's usually stunts, so yeah, you have to kind of recreate that, which I'm not very good at, but I've seen, what's his name, who plays Wolverine? Hugh Jackman! I've seen the Hugh Jackman videos of him recreating his scenes in ADR, and he's like, seems to be a pro at them. I'm not quite at Hugh Jackman level yet. Working on it.
Okay, hold on, it's okay. Put your hand there. I got you. I want to get some. Wait there.
What I love about this as well is like a constant power play. 1 minute, like Villanelle, Eve stabs Villanelle acts vulnerable, is vulnerable. Eve regrets her decision, pulls it out, runs away to get help, and then Villanelle grabs the gun. I think you know the power shift is constant within this moment. I'm gone.
She has gone.
I have. And Madame Tatafan is my girl. It was such a fun experience, and we all became very close. So when you have to say bye to all those people, it does feel kind of alien and really sad. But I remember we were all in the kitchen area of Villanelle's apartment, and they wrapped the both of us, and then we had like a really bloody hug and had a little cry, and then we drank champagne. Well, that was my GQ action replay. I hope you enjoyed it. See you later.